1 Peter 3:18 and hopefully through 20. Hati kai Christos hapax peri hamartion epithen dikaios huper adikon hina humas prosagage to theo thanatothes men sarki zopoiethes de pneumati en ho kai tois en phulake pneumasen poruthes egeruxen epithesasen pote hate apex ek decoma decito he tu theo macrothumia en hemerais noe katasku as amenes kiebontu es he haligoi tut esten ukto psukai diesothesan di hudatos. All right, 18. But also because Christ, now remember this is picking up on the idea it's better to suffer doing good than for doing evil, verse 17. Because also Christ formerly, or once concerning sin died. Christ once died to sin. The righteous on behalf of the unrighteous, and here's why. In order that he might bring you to God, dead in the flesh, but alive in the spirit. In which, now, I need to point something out here. This in which the antecedent comes all the way back to here. That's in the spirit, okay? All right. In which also he preached going into the prison, or he preached going to the spirits in prison, okay? So he, in other words, in the spirit, in which spirit he preached going to the spirits in prison. And of course, the big question is what all that means. And then in verse 20, to the disobedient ones formerly. And let's see how I translated this. Who formerly, when God, let's see, in the long suffering of God, or when the long suffering of God was waiting in the days of Noah, during the preparation of the kibotu, the ark, in which a few, that is 8 souls, were saved through water. Okay. Now, let's go through and pick up these verbs, and I think we have time to do them all. So we have Pasco. We've seen this before in these last few verses, so you can just see it's an aorist active indicative, and the augment, the stem, and the ending. Pretty straightforward. Aorist subjunctive, prosago, there's your preposition, then there's your stem, and the ending, thanatothes, also aorist passive participle, thanato, and then there is your participle morpheme and the passive, and then the personal ending. And then the next one is aorist passive participle, zopoie, and again, the same endings. Now, you'll notice what's happening here. You have a couple of contracts, actually not contracts, the lengthening of these vowels. So this omicron goes to omega, and this epsilon goes to eta. And that's just a rule. It's a contract verb, but it's lengthening, it's not contracting, okay? All right, in 19, then we have, you have poru, you get this aorist active indicative, whoops, I hit the wrong line, aorist passive participle, excuse me, poru, the, sice. Again, these three are similar. Now look at this next one, aorist active indicative from Caruso. What you have is an augment, and then you have the stem, but notice the spelling change. In the Keruxe, right here, what you have is a kappa coming before a sigma, and it goes to a xi. Okay, so that's why that's changing there. And then the movable nu on the end. Okay, then 20, interesting set of stuff here. Another contract verb. And the ep, you have the omicron has elided off of here. It has gone away. And then you have your stem, your aorist tense indicator, and the personal ending. Again, we have a compound. Now this is a really interesting one. It took me about an hour and a half to get this one. The omicron has elided. Okay. Now you have here's ap and ek. You have two prepositions. This kappa before, it actually should be kappa before a sig. Oh, it goes, I'm sorry, it goes to xi before a sigma. There we go. So, nope. I had it right the first time. Kappa goes to xi before this epsilon, which is actually the augment. So the augment comes here. You have preposition, preposition, augment, then your stem, dec, then your connecting vowel, and then the personal ending. That was a tricky one. The next one, kata skew ads amenes, from kata skew adzo. So pretty straightforward. There's your preposition. You've got a present passive participle. Your stem, your connecting vowel, your participle morpheme, and your genitive feminine singular ending. Me threw this in here just to remind you. Epsilon sigma is the stem plus the te iota and the movable nu. So that's how you get esten right here. Then sozo, you have the preposition, the alpha elides, so it drops out. Then you have the augment, that alpha drops out before this augment. And then you have the stem, which is so, from sozo. Here's your passive. There's your passive marker. And because this is aorist passive indicative, and then your son ending, third person plural. Okay.